Hey everybody, and welcome back to Brother Mike's Outdoor Adventures on Kingdom Adventures Network. And today I'm here again with my buddy Andrew Miller from No Rules Ranch, because we want to talk to you about the world's greatest shooting sport known to man, which is
three-gun.
And we want to talk to you today about why it's the greatest shooting sport known to man. And so, Andrew, what's the first thing that pops into your mind about why three-gun is so great?
I'd say the proficiency of all three guns. You've got different guns, rifle, pistol, shotgun, you've got sniper, you got all these different guns, but it takes three guns and you have to be proficient in all three. You can't, if you slack in one, you can't shoot long range, you just, you're gonna be held back, So you got to take, number one, the pistol. We take the pistol, shoot up to, as close as 7 yards, push as far as 100 yards. We've shot flying clay pigeons that have been up, thrown from flippers. You've got to do your mag changes. You've got to remember where they're going to be. You got to be quick with those. Action targets, swingers, clamshells, things like that. You just got to be good with the pistol in all aspects. Same thing with a rifle. You get the rifle, it's something we shoot burner stages 7 yards, and then we push rifle out to, I've only done 600, I've heard higher numbers that, but to take a close quarters gun and push to 600, first of all, 600 is, is no chip shot,
No.
So, you're really getting, long range action, with these guns. So you really got to learn the long range gun and how to shoot long range and be good at it, because that could be a make or break. Years ago for me, that was my make or break. I couldn't shoot the long range. So then I had to get good at it. So, I didn't lose a match or drop big time because of it.
And there's prep work that goes into the long range portion of a three-gun match. I mean, what are all the things that you have to do in order to make sure that your bullet is going to hit the target at that distance? What are the things that you do in advance of a match to ensure that happens?
Well, you got to keep a good zero.
Yeah.
That's first of all. If you're a little off at a 600-yard shot, that's gonna make you pay. People have come out there. I can't figure out why I'm missing. Oh, my turret's got bumped on my scope, something like that. The other thing is you got to know your distances. You know what I mean? Like you can do holdovers. We've got special apps. An app, Straylock, that I still use that I don't think you can get anymore.
Right, I still have it on my phone.
Yeah, I've got it. I keep an old phone just for Straylock. So come out there, 300 yards, 475, 600. You've got to know these distances, and you got to know where you're going to aim. You can't shoot this one, look at a book. You know, you got to shoot it, know where the next one, know where your holds are, things like that. And you've got to be able to shoot long range or else.
And what about having the proper round dialed in for long range? Like you could throw anything, any round at 223 in your gun, and you're probably going to be able to have no problem hitting paper in a bay, in an uptight close bay. But the minute you got to reach out and hit something 200 plus, like whatever you zeroed to, whatever ammunition you zeroed to, you're going to need to use that ammunition again for long range. Am I correct?
Correct. You know, the first thing I do when I get a new barrel, new gun, that I need this accuracy, is I take PMC, Fiocchi, this match. I take probably 7, 8 different rounds to the range with me. I group 5 shots for each one. So every barrel shoots different. Every round shoots different. So you got to find, to get that supreme accuracy, you got to find out what round your gun likes.
What else? What else? Let's.
Shotgun.
Okay.
The next thing, shotgun. Same thing, you know, the jack of all trades with these guns. Shotguns, we're shooting steel close, again, 7 yards. We're shooting clay pigeons. We're shooting clay pigeons through the air. We're shooting clay pigeons being flipped up. We're shooting slugs out to 120. What's the farthest slug shot you've shot?
I think probably 150 yards.
Yeah, okay, 150. I mean, you're thinking like, do I need a scope to do something like this? You know, but you're pushing that to the max, you know? The other thing is you got to group your slugs. You know, you come out here. We love diffuser. We're diffuser kings over here.
I love
we need to get some t-shirts.
That's a choke that you just absolutely need to check out. It's so good.
So what it does is it just basically spreads, gives you the largest pattern, and we love them. What are you going to shoot? We're going to shoot diffuser on this. We just love them. So,
and really what, 20 yards, 20 to 20? I mean, 25 is kind of pushing it, right? But 20 in all day long?
Yeah.
And what's so interesting about a diffuser that's different than your traditional chokes, you know, your light mod, your IC, whatever, or full choke, is that it's think of it like a cylinder choke, but it's rifled inside. So what ends up happening is that bird shot, that pattern comes out in a spinning motion. So it opens up nice and wide, but it'll hold that wide pattern for longer because of the rifling.
Correct.
So, I mean, we call it a cheater choke. Yeah, I love it.
Love it.
Listen, if
Some
I
people
don't
are
have to
afraid.
change that choke, I never will. And if I have to go to something tight, I'm like, because why? Then I kind of have to slow down my shot. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because you're aiming a little bit more when you get a tighter choke.
And no one wants to shoot slow. We don't want
No, absolutely
no
not.
fun.
But I mean, shotgun is the most versatile gun that we shoot in 3-gun, because especially when you get into 3-gun matches that provide choice, that paper targets can be neutralized in a bay with either rifle, pistol, or one slug. And there's also steel can be neutralized with pistol or with birdshot. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, wait a minute here. You mean I don't have to change guns, and I can just, if I properly know my count and my loads, and I stack my birdshot and my slugs properly, that I don't have to change guns, and I can shoot all these paper and all these steel and clays with one gun. And listen, for me personally, and that's not everybody's favorite thing to do, but all day long, that's my favorite thing to do in 3-gun.
Mike is the shotgun loving king here. There's not a guy at the range you'll meet that loves the shotgun, wants to shoot the shotgun more than Mike.
Probably not. And I'm a rare breed because most people don't enjoy the shotgun.
And he shoots it well. You shoot it well,
but
too.
I love it.
It probably helps you shoot it well, so.
So I have
the other thing with shotgun, we're shooting buckshot as well.
Yeah.
And then you got to pattern your birds, you got to pattern your slugs. So let's just say I want to use this diffuser. Well, I got to know what my slugs do, like what kind of patterns it shoots with it. Light mod, same thing. So each choke that I think I'm going to use, those are my 2 favorites, got to pattern the slugs. You know, you may not shoot the slugs good, and now you got a problem. You got to figure out whether you got to shoot a different slug or you got to buy a different choke.
Right. So when it comes to shotgun slugs, you might be thinking, okay, hunting, 1400, 1600 velocity. That is not what we shoot. Those will kill your shoulder. We shoot low recoil slugs, and Fiocchi is an excellent brand for that. You can get them from 1050 velocity up to 1300s. I think Andrew and I both shoot 1050s. Mm-hmm. But what else, Andrew? What's another big reason why 3-gun is the greatest shooting sport known to man?
I think if you ever want to talk real world training, there's nothing that gets you ready more than the competition aspect of it. You know, number one, your guns got to run. You got to have ammo that works. You got to clean your guns. You got to keep your guns running. You know, like I said, transfer that into the real life situation. You get in a self-defense situation, your gun doesn't run, and you're cooked, you know? Mm-hmm. So we travel on these matches, and you don't want to come out here, wake up in the morning, do all this, get ready, and then your guns go down on you.
So Andrew, what are some other aspects of 3-gun that make it the greatest shooting sport known to man?
I've got 2 for you. Number one, there's nothing more fun than
3-gun.
It's the funnest shooting sport. The second part is, if I had to train for, you know, a real world aspect, you know, self-defense, things like that, I can't think of anything that really would prepare you more for it than that. You know, you get up there, you got to have a stage plan, you got to think, things go wrong, you have to manipulate, clear malfunctions, make game time decisions, that buzzer goes off, you're under the clock, and it just puts that stress on you.
Well, yeah, and you know what a lot of people don't realize also is you have an audience, right? You got a squad of guys who are shooting with you, and they're watching too, and that adds a little, you know, of a stress dynamic to the circumstances, correct?
And you have the pressure to perform against those guys too.
Well, you're
Hell yeah.
well, you're competing with them.
You know. So That's my second point is when you're competing, okay, what do you want to do? You want to do well. Your gun's got to run. You don't want to have malfunctions because of ammo. Your gun's not clean, jams up, things like that. So you want your stuff to run, be at the peak, which same thing with a self-defense situation. You don't want to run some ammo self-defense wise. It jams up, your gun doesn't run it. So it's the same kind of deal is you don't want to go on a trip, spend all day, stay in a hotel, and then I had some malfunctions, the gun was dirty, ammo wasn't good, didn't group good, things like that. So you put yourself in a situation to where your gun's got to be at the highest level.
Right. You're trying to minimize and mitigate any circumstances that could arise during the match. Now, there are some that you just are unavoidable. And Andrew kind of inferred it when he was just talking about that with me today. See, I had bought the same ammo that I have been running in my rifle for probably a decade and what my rifle is zeroed to. But the batch that I got in my recent order completely failed in my gun. And same ammo. And so we were able to figure out that it was specifically that new ammo that I had purchased because Andrew then took it and he ran it in his gun, in his mags, and it failed to run. And he had the exact same issue with the ammo. So that was unavoidable, right? Because that was my trusted ammo. It's what I've been running for probably a decade. And I won't name the ammo as a courtesy. Because I'll go back and I'll speak to them and I'm sure that we'll be able to get that replaced. But those are unforeseen and circumstances that you may not be able to. But there are a lot of circumstances that you can prepare for and avoid through preparation.
Yeah, and that sucked for Mike, but man, it was great practice for him. He's under the clock. He's trying to be fast. He's got to get that clear quickly. He's got to get the next shot, and he's got a problem. He's got to work through it. Again, if you're in some real life situation, you got to do it. And being under the gun, the buzzer, having that pressure, it's a good scenario for Mike to have to do that.
No doubt, because I didn't throw the white flag, right?
Yeah.
You just got to work through it, and you got to finish the stage and get your hits. Although, a rifle can a semi-auto rifle can turn into a single shot rifle real quick, which it did.
Mm-hmm.
What else? What else do you love about the sport?
So the other thing is, you come in, you practice, you can set up a stage, whatever you want to work on. You come out here to a match, you don't know what you're getting into. We don't know if we're pushing 300, 200, 600. We don't know if we've got slugs. We don't know what's going to happen. So you got to be prepared for everything. So, and the other thing is it just makes it exciting to where we've never ever shot the same stage twice.
Right.
And we've been shooting for 16 years. Steel Challenge does a little bit of that. They've only got so many stages, but shooting that many years and you never shoot the same stage, is refreshing. It keeps you sharp. Again, it keeps you on your toes. You can't get complacent like, oh, I've done this, I know what's going on. You don't, you haven't done it, so.
It's why a lot of people will show up to the match early. Why do they show up to the match early? Because they want to walk the stages. See, before we shoot a stage, we walk in with our squad into a bay and the stage is all prepared and ready. And before we shoot, we get a 5-minute walkthrough. So everybody gets to walk through the stage. We know the rules, the way it's to be shot, and then we come up with a plan. But a lot of guys, including myself, like to get to a match early and just walk all of the stages independently and start to get to a feel. Even if you don't have the stage brief, you can start to see where targets are. You get an idea of how the stage is probably run, and that's very helpful. That's prep work. And the mental game here.
I was going to say, sounds like we need to go in a mental game right here.
Really, especially the more choice you have on a stage on the different ways you can shoot it, the more the mental game plays in. And unlike a lot of the other shooting sports, and why 3-gun's the greatest shooting sport known to man, is because it's not one gun, right? And USPSA is an absolutely great sport, but it's one gun, right? We're moving, we're transitioning, we're dumping, we're reholstering, and sometimes coming back to our pistol and our holster, depending on the match. And you've got to plan for all those things. All right, how can I shave steps? How can I minimize? Do I have to go to that gun? Can I shoot all of those targets with one gun and eliminate one and shoot only 2 guns? Because it's all about time, right? And the more choice you have, the greater flexibility. And also, I think it opens up. When you have choice, it opens up possibilities for guys that may not be the fastest on their feet, right? Because if there's only one way to shoot a stage, typically the guy who's the fastest on their feet is going to win that stage. Typically, not always, but they certainly have an edge.
Got to be clean, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What else would you think about, like the mental portion of 3-gun?
So you've got to have your stage plan. Like you'll have, say for example, we've got some stages you'll see on the videos where, I got to hit this corner or else I'm not going to be able to see it. I got to hug the line. There's one spot that I've got to find where I can see this target, that target. So you've got to memorize all your shooting locations, so you minimize your steps. You don't want to run out, shoot one, move, shoot one, move, shoot one. You'd like to find a good spot. Like, okay, this spot's perfect. I can hit these 3, those 3. Set you up, for shorter time, shorter movement, things like that. And then on top of that, where are my mag changes going? Where am I loading the shotgun? So I've got to know, okay, I'm shooting 7. Okay, I missed one, I had a jam. Now what happened to this? Okay, I shot 6, I'm down 1, things change. So you have to be able to work through those, mix-ups or whatever, things unfortunate that happen. So you got to be sharp on your toes and know, like, you can't just crumble on a stage just because the gun jammed, now I'm out of order, where am I at? You can't stop. You're on the clock, like I say.
Yeah, if at all possible, finish the stage. Unless your gun will not run. Unless it's just dead on arrival, you finish, right? That's just what you do. Like when a rifle turns into a single shot or a pistol, whatever.
Keep it going.
Just keep it going and get to the next gun because you're like, the next gun's just around the corner. It's not like that in any other sport, and that's why 3-gun is the greatest shooting sport known to man.
Noticing a trend here.
Well, I'm trying to bring it up each time.
Yeah, it's...
because that's the whole thing that
it's going to be hard for people to prove us wrong on this, I think, after we get a strong argument.
And one of the things, it's like in the comments, prove us wrong. Like, how can you not agree with us that if you were looking for intensity, excitement, the knowledge of multiple weapon systems, all working together on the move. And listen, targets move in 3-gun too. We have activating targets. You hit a popper steel, it falls, it pulls a cable. Swinging paper targets come out from different things or come up from behind things. Activating a throwing arm that throws a clay. Like, if you can dream it up, it can be incorporated into a 3-gun stage, right? As long as it's not getting outside the realm of safety.
Yeah.
That's also, listen, that's another component to why 3-gun is so fantastic, because we're not limited by the scope of so many of the other shooting sports in stage design, right? Man, if you could dream it up, you could put it in a 3-gun stage.
Yeah.
Okay, Andrew, tell us about some of your favorite stages that you've shot in 3-gun throughout your career.
I'd like to start, if you go to normal range, you can get some good shooting, but some of the excitement, like Mike has mentioned, that we've shot out of, shot out of school buses, shot off of towers, shot out of moving cars, moving golf carts.
Golf carts, yeah.
Shooting across ravines, 500 yards.
With clouds going through.
Yeah. Just, some of these cool, and up north, if you want to call it, Kentucky, Indiana, North Carolina, some of these woods courses where you're doing a jungle run, which we've done some jungle run.
Yeah, it's all terrain.
If you've shot them, everyone loves a jungle run.
Yeah.
So, but just some incredible stages that you're just not going to get that if you're going to go practice. I mean, not to say you couldn't, create it, but you show up to a match and they've created it for you.
Yeah. Some of the major facilities, range facilities that do shooting sports, you almost will always see a big yellow bus there.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because they're perfect for shooting sports.
Mm-hmm.
All the windows and the doors in the back and in the front.
I love shooting out of the
Oh,
bus.
yeah. All right, Andrew. Is there anything else that you want to say in order to state the case for why 3-gun is the greatest shooting sport known to man?
I don't think so, Mike. I think we've brought a strong case to the front here. It's time to deliberate. Judges, jury, audience at home, I can't see any reason with the evidence and testimony that we've given today why you cannot find 3-gun guilty is the greatest thing that's happened to the shooting world.
Amen. Everybody be blessed. Thank you very much for watching Brother Mike's Outdoor Adventures on Kingdom Adventures Network, and we will see you on the next one.